Matt Litton knows how to prep for a job fair.
It takes a while to learn what you're going to wear and how many resumes to bring.
He's done it a few dozen times since he got home from Iraq 3 years ago.
They want to have an elevator speech, 30-second speech of selling yourself. You learn that as you go. They don't tell you that getting out.
He's also learned to manage his expectations.
To maybe get a lead on a job, or maybe even closer, I've gotten interviews from job fairs. That would make me feel pretty good.
Just fill out this section here.
First,
Litton has spent most of the last 3 years out of work. He has a temp job with the Navy right now, but his contract expires this summer, so he's back on the hunt.
Matt Litton. How you doing? I'm Matt Litton. I'm Matt Litton.
I'm Yolanda.
It's a process, the Iraq War veteran says, that's discouraging at times.
Things that I have done and gone above and beyond of what a normal 30-year-old has ever done in their life, and the experiences I have and the knowledge and traits I have, and then somebody saying, well, we really can't help you out, it is kind of frustrating.
Recent numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics suggest that this time around, Litton might have more luck finding a job.
This position vacates in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Unemployment rates have significantly dropped in the first few months of 2012 to 7.1%. That's down from 12.5% just over a year ago. Some are attributing this to new tax benefits for companies employing vets and more aggressive hiring initiatives from national corporations like Amazon and Home Depot. Both companies have booths here today.
Companies are stepping up. That's a good thing. It wasn't happening a year ago. It wasn't happening 2 years ago.
Paul Rykoff is the head of the country's largest organization for Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. He's pleased to see more companies hiring, but he says unemployment amongst veterans will go back up unless they're given jobs that utilize the skills they learned in the military.
This shouldn't just be a nice little press release or a good bit of PR. I think it's important that you don't just think of them as a line item. You don't just think of them as another charitable component, but think about them as an opportunity to really take your business to another level. And that's got to require a deep commitment.
John Lundberg, Recruit Military.
John Lundberg helped organize this job fair. He agrees that companies need to better understand how military experience can be utilized in a civilian company.
What the veteran has to do is take what they've done and put it in civilian terms where these companies then understand it. So if I'm a sergeant in an infantry unit, what I could tell these folks is I was responsible for 10 individuals and X amount of equipment on a daily basis.
Litton served in the Marines for 9 years. As a staff sergeant, he was in charge of 40 soldiers. He admits it's been hard convincing employers that that is management experience.
Well, I have worked in the office like administrative types, you know, in leadership positions. At 21 years old, I was leading people in combat. It's hard to convey, you know, that I can handle stressful situations, or, you know, I can think about different ways of attacking a project on my feet. As long as people don't understand, it's really hard to just convey to them, this is what I'm trying to bring to the table.
Nothing is like popping in my head right now.
Patricia Cairns from Amtrak says that she often fills entry-level positions with overqualified soldiers like Litton, but there's an expectation they will move up quickly.
You just need to get in and learn the basics of how we run, but the anticipation is that you will take on this and you will be a supervisor, you will be a general foreman, you will be someone who's going to lead these people.
Litton has been diagnosed with PTSD and a traumatic brain injury, and he has nerve damage in his leg and back. He says his disabilities sometimes overshadow his experience in the military.
When I walk in with a cane, sometimes okay, thanks for your service, but we can't do anything.
We also do a little bit here in Philadelphia.
After a day of meeting employers, Litton has a few job leads, including one with an IT company, EHS Technologies.
This is it's an attractive resume. What I'm going to do is, if you're happy, I'll take it.
Even if it doesn't lead to a job, Litton says it's encouraging to see that there are positions available for people like him.
Thank you. The more you hear, you know, that they like your resume and they think you're a good fit for jobs, I mean, you start to get more confident, and helps you build up your motivation to keep doing it.
It's estimated that 100,000 military will be discharged over the next few years. Rykoff says this will certainly raise veteran unemployment rates unless both private and public sectors help to educate soldiers like Litton on how to look for a job.
Sometimes you just got to train a young vet on how to write his resume.
I'm heading out.
Heading out?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not just a job, it's got to be a path to a job.
Be aggressive, man, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just keep following up with them, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Good seeing you.
All right.
We spend millions of dollars and months getting someone ready to go to war. And then we spend very little in a very short amount of time to bring them home. That's a problem. We've got to fix that.
From Philadelphia, this is Jacob Templin for Time Video.